Welcome guys and girls, and thank you for watching another episode of the Xbox Tester. My name is Maurice. Today we're getting a look at Atomfall on the Xbox Series X. Let's get into it. First of all, let's see how much data this game is, and that's 31.1 GB. The game will be on Gamepass day one. You can also buy it. There are two versions of the game, a standard edition that's $63.99 and a Atomfall Deluxe edition that also gives you 3 days of early access to the game. The game itself is optimized for the current gen consoles, Xbox Gen 9, Gen Scarlet, and let's go start it up. You guys, if you like this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It means a lot for me, you're really helping out the channel. You can also hit the bell icon. I upload almost on a daily basis new games, old games, updates on games, and sometimes even a little bit of hardware here and there. Resume. Let's go. So, yeah, maybe you've already seen my Series S video. I was a little bit, in terms of graphics, it's gorgeous. In terms of performance, it's
last raid we did were grand
meh.
sport. Need more like that.
At best, and even on Series X, it's also a little bit like that. The game runs at 60 FPS, at least 60 FPS. And I will show it to you what I mean. But it's still not perfect, because you're getting a open frame rate that goes anywhere from 60 to 120 FPS and anything in between. So I wish they added like a 60 FPS mode, a 60 FPS on and open frame rate on or off switch, something like that. The game needs, because the frame rate is all over the place. The game's also available on Xbox One, and there it actually runs pretty nicely on 30 FPS. That's sad, of course, on a way lower resolution and a way lower graphical setting, but it's a little bit all over the place with this game. I have no idea why. Make it make sense. But in terms of gameplay and the game itself, I think it looks gorgeous, and it's also a lot of fun to play. What do we have here? Really hard. Still need a nice weapon. But I also have so many characters walking around here, and I wish it was a little bit more relaxed. Let's see what's inside of here.
Let's take this. Don't go asking for trouble.
Getting overwhelmed really fast, really soon in this game.
Right. Keep the old eyes peeled.
What do we have here? So, what kind of game is it? Well, it's a mix between It's a ode to the Fallout series. I think that's the best way. The Fallout New Vegas, especially. The creators of this game were pretty clear about it, that they were big fans of Fallout New Vegas and wanted to do something similar to that game. So this is Atomfall. In terms of graphics for a AA game, I think it looks gorgeous. Get off our land. Nice open world. So this is still the first part of the game. It's not like ultra mega big. Why is there a west and south, but you can't see anything on that? Oh, I almost walked into that. Disarm trap skills, okay. And I still don't have that. Where do we need to go? Investigation, hearing voices. Interchange. Rumored location. Okay. Need to go this way.
Hello. I don't know you, do
Raider
I?
cam. Okay.
No, I'm sure I don't.
It's a little bit all over the place, this game. I wish, especially at the start of the game, it was a little bit more clear what you need to do.
Attention! Wyndham Village is under the authority of the quarantine protocol. And
What's there? Really curious. Loading times are also pretty nice. And it looks to be running at skills like 4K.
Visitor.
Well, well, well. Just look what the cat dragged in. Pay attention. This village is under military occupation per the quarantine protocol. You're new round here, eh? Which means you're free to enter. Just keep your nose clean, all right?
Okay. I will.
Do as you're told, right?
Wyndham Village. Looks a little bit like a old-fashioned mix between like old-fashioned England with Fallout. Fallout in England
follow the protocol.
Toe the line, you.
with these robots and stuff. We should show a little bit more action. Who knows?
First thing I'm doing when the take on wall down is going on holiday.
It looks pretty cool, you can say what you want. But I wish you could see things on the radar. Why can't I see anything on the radar?
Any building marked as
Yeah, below the green. Now let's see, is the map bigger here? Well, not really. Buried treasure. Okay. Where is it? You know, I don't like it when they... Come on, just tell me where to go. Okay, and show me on the map. No? Why not?
One day, I'll leave here, step through the wall. Somehow. Don't know how yet. But one day.
We started off right by shooting some troublemakers. Shame we can't do that.
Hold the interchange somewhere.
volunteers are required for work details
Let's not
on
have any
Get
scaffold.
back to the
Work
other
out
world.
to help out.
Why is the map? I think the map system is crap. I'm gonna be honest. You know, if you want to give it an ode to Fallout, then at least make sure the map works.
Keep your
Or
nose
the
clean.
radar. Because that way, I don't need to check the map constantly. Getting people out of the game is always a bad thing.
Woods are still off limits.
Rule number 1.
If you need to approach the woods for foraging, request an escort at the village hall. You are leaving Wyndham, and the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for your safety. The area you are entering is known to contain outlaws, lunatics, and monstrosities.
You think that the game looks really good. Maybe, you know, I think this is one of those games that really need to be really need to get like a cult following, and they can help the developers make it even better. You know, if I already see like standard things that could be better in this game, I think they will add that too in the future. It would make no sense if they didn't do that.
Not seen you round here before. Your lot shouldn't be wandering this far out village. It's safe. That is where you came from. The village. You won't watch yourself out here in the dales. Outlaws all over the shore. But look, before you rush off, maybe we can do some business. My name's Molly. If you've got out to trade, I got some bits and bobs for sale. They kept what they were doing hidden from us locals, right up until the day the atom plant went bang across the mere. Well, you won't find any boffins left here now, but turns out they've been
This
digging
is
out
where you
secret
can see
bunkers
that
all
it's
over
like
the
a
place.
AA game, you know.
Riddle
The
these hills
face-
like
the
woodworm in
faces
an old
are
sideboard.
really strange.
I might just know the location of one or two of them. Not that that kind of thing comes
Really
for free,
strange
you understand?
emotions.
Aye. Well, always good to corner market, isn't it? Oh, well, I suppose it can't hurt to give you a little something for free. I heard some outlaws found a big door nearby, one they couldn't get open. Now, only the boffins would have built something like that. They said it was signed, the interchange. It's inside a bunker that overlooks the quarry, if you've been over that way. Here, I'll mark it for you. You need anything, Molly will be here.
You notebook. Sewer entrance. Okay. Runs to the interchange. Okay. That's on the other side of the map. But why is that not? Yeah, I'm complaining too much. But it should have been upstairs in the map system. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Or maybe it's something you will unlock later on in the game. But it's like nitpicking. I know, it's nitpicking. It could be better. But then again, you know, this is also made by a smaller team. Let's be honest. It's not like it's made by a big AAA studio or anything. It's also a new kind of genre of games that they're making here. Gunpowder. Ooh, piece of candy. I constantly need to change to the map and go to the map. You know, it's the small things. But underneath the small little nitpicks that I have, I do think that there is a really fun game that could easily get a really big following in the future. But it can really use some TLC. But yeah, you guys, this is Atomfall on the Xbox Series X. Like I said, the performance mode, yeah, it is above 60 FPS, but even that is not always good. You know, it has an open frame rate. It's all over the place. It should definitely got a locked 60 FPS mode in it, and maybe some extra modes. I don't know. The performance is poor. The graphics are amazing. Gameplay is fun. With that said, it could use some extra TLC, but the most important thing is the performance of this game on both Series S and Series X. So Xbox One is perfectly fine. You know, it's 30 FPS at like 720p, maybe 900p, with low graphics. Exactly what I think. Maybe they went for that version first, and the Series S and X versions were afterthoughts. I have no idea. But for now, thank you for watching. Hope you had fun. Hope to see you guys soon in another one. Bye.